Baptist Church of Kenmore is 3 short years away from celebrating our 100th church anniversary. On November 20th, 2020, we will be officially 100 years old. We're blessed and grateful that God has allowed us to be stewards of this amazing place. In 1 Corinthians chapter 4, verse 2, it says, "Moreover, it's required in stewards that a man must be found faithful." And we'll endeavor to remain faithful in caring for what God has given us in this place. So that's why we're introducing a new program called 100 by 100. The idea of 100 by 100 is that there are 100 projects, both small and large, that we would like to accomplish in the next 3 years. Now I realize that sounds like a lot of projects, but it's really not. It's only a little more than 33 projects each year, and we quite often do almost that many. As a matter of fact, we're going to introduce one new workday each year. We usually have 2, and now we'll have 3. And if we just accomplish 11 projects each workday, we'll be able to do it. So we want to get you on board. We're excited about this upcoming opportunity. We're making plans already for our 100th church anniversary, and 100 by 100 is a program that we're going to start right now so we can be ready. Well, the very first project that we want to get accomplished is to be completely debt-free. Now, the only debt that we've been carrying is the debt on the gymnasium. And that's the first project, to make sure we're completely paid off and we have no other debts of any kind. As a matter of fact, wait a second. So we took a short break there just so I could come back to the office and take a look over some of the financials. And, you know, after looking at these reports and looking over everything, I do have a very special announcement I think that you'll be very excited about. We're debt-free. This is the satisfaction of our mortgage, and we are completely paid off. We owe nothing. Isn't that exciting? So praise God, the first thing on our list is already to be crossed off here. In the month of December, we are debt-free. This unit, last year, when the air conditioning was on, this unit actually flamed up, had a small fire in it. The heating part of it works. Air conditioning is completely shot. I know when they built this building, I was told these air conditioners were only going to last about 10 years, they told me. And so they're past their lifetime. So 100 by 100 project, fixing, repairing, or replacing these outside air conditioners at the gym. Well, one of the other projects we'd like to do is putting down flooring in this lobby and possibly in the back lobby as well. Probably a flooring that is very similar maybe to what is in our Welcome Center, a fake wood type flooring and a new kind of a mat area. So that's another project, flooring in the lobby. Another one of our 100 by 100 projects would be getting a new sign or changing our sign. We have some issues with the sign right now, and so we'd like to get that changed. That's another one. And if you swing around here, another one of the projects is putting a new face on the building. As a matter of fact, when I came here, one of the things they told me Brother Fox wanted to do was to put a stone front on the very front of this building. And so we'd like to try to accomplish that in the next 3 years before our 100th anniversary. Another one of our 100 by 100 projects is to close in this area. We have fencing from our building over there behind the camera and down this side. We'd like to put a fence from that corner to there with a gate on it that's big enough, and put a doorway in here to one of our Sunday school rooms, which is actually like a toddler's nursery, and then put some playground equipment here so that they'd have a safe place right in here, all fenced in. They come out of the church from right there and have a place to play, and that would be a great blessing to us. We could also access it, of course, from the door that's right here by the PA area. And then another one of the projects for 100 by 100 would be to buy one more bus. We're assuming in the next 3 years, we're going to need to upgrade one of our buses. And so one of the 100 by 100 projects would be to get a new bus in the next 3 years. Another one of our projects is remodeling here in the back lobby. Now we have taken our restroom that was back here for the nursery and made it a family restroom. What we'd like to do is remove this short section of wall here and turn it back this way so that this is like a little bit of a hallway, and then that would be the opening going into the nursery with a door over there. And we'd also like to possibly, as I mentioned before, put flooring here, some other lighting, take off the wallpaper, repaint this, and maybe some other furniture. So a total remodeling of this whole area here, the lobby, going into the family restroom, and the beginning of the nursery. Oh, and the other thing, I'll walk back in here for just a second. The other thing we'd like to do in the nursery area here is take out this wall and put in a window here so that the nursery is all open and one doorway in here, making the area bigger. And moving the monitor, another monitor, in here for the nursery workers. So that's the back lobby and nursery renovation. Another one of our 100 by 100 projects is another camera to do live stream that's better, and some more computer equipment and to get this up and running. We've had a lot of folks that watch us on live stream. Some of our members, when they're sick or away or out of town, people all across the world have sent us a text or a message telling us that they've watched us on Facebook Live, and so we'd like to upgrade this to get our quality much better than what it is now. Well, another one of our 100 by 100 projects is parking lot lighting. Boy, we have struggled with these lights right here not working well. We've taken them apart a couple times. We have to actually pull one of those poles and work on the lighting there, get these two lights working, and then, I don't know if you can swing around and follow me, but if you swing around and follow me, our lighting out here when you come in, and the sun is just starting to come up here. It's about 7:20 on a Sunday morning, but our entranceway is all dark. We would have put a couple of light poles, one on each side there with some nice lights there, and get the light that you see over here on our exit door. That light doesn't work correctly either. So fixing these lights, putting lights on those two poles, and getting some good light over there, lighting in the parking lot, very, very important. Another of the 100 by 100 projects would be to clean up this pond area, making it somewhat attractive. I don't know, I mean, in a perfect world, I'd like to be able to even put like a little fountain in there, and maybe even throw some fish in there or something, and make this area look attractive. Also, we'd like to, in the next 3 years, cut a bunch of these trees and limbs and clean up this area along our back fence. It's hard to tell right now because it's winter, but this looks really bad and they're starting to hang over and push on the fence. Okay, so another project for 100 by 100 would be to rebuild this drive-through, making it higher, following the roof line, and taking it out further so that there'd be a big area here that you could drive under and drop people off, pick people off, and it would all be protected. And if we were able to do that, take this up to the roof line and bring part of the roof line out, maybe all the way out to where those light poles are, then we would also, in here, close in a bigger area that would be almost a weather break, so that we'd have this area. Before you get in there, we open those doors and the cold air goes flying into the building. This would be a good area to be able to have a wind break and a protection for the building. So another 100 by 100 project, the drive-through port and lobby area redone. Okay, another 100 by 100 project would be putting in a power gate. We have ladies that are coming in here at different hours of the day and night. They have to get out of their car in the dark, open the gates, shut the gates. Sometimes very difficult for them. And I was told when I first got here, this was another project Brother Fox really wanted to do, that put in a power gate. So that'd be another 100 by 100 project in the next 3 years, trying to get a power gate. This steeple is not sized correctly for the building. There's actually a formula for your building by the width of your building and the height of the peak, what the steeple is supposed to be, and that one's sorely undersized. So once again, 100 by 100 project, next 3 years, putting on a new steeple. Okay, another of our 100 by 100 projects would be here at the kitchen. One of those projects would be to put a serving window in the front here, cutting a big hole in the wall here and making it a counter on the other side so people can come by and be served in the kitchen. And then inside the kitchen, a lot of projects in here. In the kitchen, we'd like to first of all put in a commercial sink, get a bigger sink area in here and get one that works correctly. And we'd like to put in a commercial type stove in here. Also, put a draw fan, a commercial draw fan into the building, into this whole area. No draw fan in our kitchen. I'd like to take this island and remove it or slide it all the way over there against that wall so it's right on the other side of the serving window. That'll give us more space in here, give us a commercial sink, commercial stove to work with, and even the possibility, if we could work it out, of taking this wall and moving it back and taking about 3 to 6 feet more space into the furnace room area. But whatever we can work out, total remodel of the church kitchen. Another one of our 100 by 100 projects will be to finish off the gym by putting wall panels up of some kind inside here to cover the insulation. When you build gyms like this, and I've seen many of them in my ministry time, it's cheaper just to put the insulation up with the backing, but after a short period of time, it starts tearing up. And if you don't cover this or repair this, pretty soon you're going to be in a bad way. So they sell things you can put in, or you can just buy OSB and paint it, or something of that fashion. But once again, finishing off the gym walls all the way around. Okay, another one of our projects will be to put in a net divider here in the gym. We've talked about it many times. So when we have a meal or a fellowship out here, we can drop the net and kids can be playing ball on one side and we don't have the ball flying into the food or hitting old people, things like that. So 100 by 100 projects. Important one for us is a net divider here in the gym that can be raised and lowered. Okay, another project on our list would be to build a missions apartment. I am upstairs in the gym. I am in the rooms. I don't even know which end this is, to this end of the building. And as you can see, it's used right now for storage. We have this room. We have the room in the back here that we're not using or really need for Sunday school. And so one of our projects would be to take this area and develop it into a missions apartment. We have a big closet here. We think we could expand that closet, be able to run the plumbing. We're right over top of the men's room. Run plumbing down, get a bathroom and a shower in here, make a little bit of a living room and a bedroom type setting up here, and have a missions apartment that would prove to be extremely useful and save us quite a bit of money when we have guest speakers, missionaries, and so forth. Okay, another one of our projects is new flooring in the upstairs here in the gym. These carpets are very, very badly worn. I don't think we can clean them enough to make them really functional. And so whether we replace it with carpet or fake wood or something, the flooring up here all needs to be changed. Matter of fact, there's a very bad spot over here, if you get a picture of that. But the flooring upstairs in the gym, another one of our projects. Another one of the projects would be to build a balcony extension here. We've talked about this before. Actually, what we would do is we'd have an opening here to step down, and on the bottom there, we would just extend that out 6 to 8 feet and have an area where you could stand up here. If there was sports being played, you could run the clocks, have a scoring table. Not sports being played, you can stand up here and preach and not have to bring the platforms out. Also a good spot to be able to video anything that's going on in here. A balcony extension, another one of our projects, possibility for the next 3 years. Okay, another one of our projects would be to replace some of our rectangular tables. Tables are old, they're heavy, a lot of them are all busted up, and we'd like to replace them with newer tables that are lighter, safer to take up and down, easier to set up and down. Okay, another one of our projects before the 100th anniversary will be to fix and seal the parking lot. Now we know that's a big project. We did the front half of it, or front 1/3 of it, maybe even less than that, several years ago. I don't know that we can afford to do that extensive a project, but we're gonna have to do something, or we're gonna end up losing this parking lot because of all the cracking in it. So sealing, fixing, and we might have to do it in 2 or 3 segments. Maybe 1 segment each year as we can afford it. But another one of the projects is to take care of the asphalt and parking lot, either sealing or top coat. Okay, another one of our projects will be to put an awning or an overhang of some sort over this back door so that we can protect people as they come in and out. And maybe even the possibility of putting another drive-through here of some sort. We'd have to do a little more work here because of the ground beside it. But once again, another one of our projects the next 3 years is to do something with the back opening, at least an awning or an overhang, and possibly another drive-through. Okay, another one of our projects before the 100th anniversary will be to upgrade our security system. We are renting a system monthly. We don't have near as many cameras as we'd like, not as much coverage as we'd like, and in this day and age, sadly, we need more and more security. So we'd like to upgrade the security system, another one of our projects for 100 by 100. Okay, another one of our projects would be enlarging our offices. Right now, as you can see, we have 3 people using these 2 little offices. It gets really cramped. On the other side of this wall is a storage room that at one time was an office as well. And so the idea would be to cut an opening in this wall, or if it's not structural, be able to remove this wall and use that storage area and expand these offices so it's not quite as crowded in here. So another one of our projects before our 100th anniversary. Another one of our projects would be painting. We have so many painting projects. Here in the auditorium, we've painted above the chair rail molding all the way around, and we painted the front. But below the chair rail molding has to be painted, repainted. And then we have multiple Sunday school rooms, whether it be here or over in the Fox Memorial building. Lots of painting projects. We'd like to get most of those accomplished in the next 3 years before the 100th anniversary. Now you might see there's 2 supply vents right here. Here's the interesting thing. Right on the other side of this wall is we call our choir ready room. In the choir ready room, and I'm going to walk that way so you can see this. Inside the choir ready room, there are no vents of any kind. When I had a class in here for a while of young adults or new converts, we had to open the doors and put fans in the doors because it got too hot. So we have no air conditioning and no heat in this building, but there's ductwork right on the other side of that wall, 2 vents that are actually in the hallway. So we'd like to reroute one of those into this area and get heating and air conditioning into the choir ready room. Another one of our projects before our 100th anniversary would be to build a PA room. Now we have a PA area here. What we'd like to do is build an elevated room here that's a little bit higher than the platform. Actually, when the PA people are sitting down, they'd be at eye level with the person at the pulpit and be able to close it off. Quite often we have kids, some of them are related to me, that come by and slide the slides and cause us havoc. So this area would become this high. It would expand all the way back here to where the door is, just taking up this little footprint, this little corner. Have some stairs that come up this way. On the back here, we'd have all kinds of storage shelves and maybe even cupboards for PA equipment. So we clean this area up a little bit, and a lot of the storage right now is in the money counting room. So a real PA room or area right back here where it is now, only elevated and more secure. Well, that's just a few of the projects we'd like to accomplish in the 100 by 100 emphasis as we go into our 100th anniversary. I hope that you'll get involved. I hope that you'll get behind it. We're excited about it. We're making plans. And once again, we want to do our best to be good stewards of what God has entrusted us with. Thanks for all your help.
And the preaching of God's word.